All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the beneficent, most gracious, most merciful. My dear listeners, I salute you with good salutations of Islam by saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our today's khutbah is on the perspective or substance abuse or drug abuse and Islamic perspective. In this khutbah, I want to draw attention of my fellow brothers and sisters to know what their good understanding of drugs, or what is the good understanding of what is alcohol or wine as far as Islam is concerned. My dear listeners, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gave priority for the humanity, for the son of Adam, that is a man. And even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He made him above all his creation. As He stated in the Holy Quran, really, we honor the son of Adam. We honor the son of Adam, and we honor him above all our creatures. This honoring that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honor even Adam, for the sake of so many things and so many characteristics. Among these items, or among these things, it is the wisdom or the blessing of Ibn Adam, the son of Adam, to be a sane person, mind. Without this, you can't be a mukallaf, the one that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks to worship him. And the uttermost purpose of creating both jinn and mankind, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has stated in Surah At-Tur, is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He says, I created jinn and mankind not except to worship me. So the uttermost purpose of creating the creation, more especially jinn and mankind, is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Without good mind, you can't worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks you to worship him. For this reason, the Islamic Sharia came to protect 5 basic things, which ulama call them as a basic necessity. 5 basic necessities, or 5 basic things, or 5 principles. This is the Sharia of Islam. These 5 principles, as we said, Islam, it counts to protect the religion. You as a leader, you must protect the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in order to see that all people are abide by the sanction and injunction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All people are praying in the mosques, they are observing the fast, they pay out their zakat. All the religious obligation must be protected by the leaders. The second thing that is protected by the Sharia is hifzul aql, mind. To protect your mind in order to worship Allah as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enjoined to worship him. For this reason, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited wine and alcohol and any other intoxications. The third thing, which is protection of human life. The fourth one is the protection of man himself and the protection of wealth, his wealth. Inshallah, we come to all explanation of this, inshallah, in our subsequent khutbah. Coming back to the third one, that is the protection of your mind, to be a sane person. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited alcohol and any substance that intoxicates. In hadith that narrated by Sayyidina Umar stated while he was giving the sermon, he said, the prohibition of alcohol or wine has ascended. That at that time, Arab used to make wine with inab. Inab was sha'ir, grape, that's very good, jazakallah khair, was sha'ir, and the honey, and dates, and wheat. All these, at that time, people used to make wine with this substance. But Sayyidina Umar says it's not limited to those substances. Anything that intoxicated is called, as far as Islam is concerned, is wine. Don't say, no, this is not wine, this is not Hennessy, Golda, or whatsoever. No. What is the formula that Sayyidina Umar gave us is anything that intoxicates. Anything that intoxicates is wine. Whether you call it wine or you didn't call it wine or you call it with other name, other from wine, it is wine as far as Islam is concerned. For this, I can say to my fellow brothers and sisters, any drugs that intoxicate, that people take it as the means of intoxication, is called wine, and it has the ruling of Sharia. Even in had, the punishment of taking that drugs is what it 80 lashes, as in taking other substance, other alcohols. So our consumption, our understanding, or most of us concerning the wine, only wine, what is called wine. But this substance that people are using nowadays, they're not calling them wine. Like they call it ogogoro. I think ogogoro is a wine bar. Like all this benelin, that's Indian hemp, totolin, rochi, ethylene, teramon, all as far as Islam concerned is the same. Is the same with wine, and it has the ruling of wine as far as Islam is concerned. So my fellow brothers and sisters, let us abide by the ruling of Sharia. Let us have the good understanding of Islam. Nowadays, Muslim, more especially in Muslim states here in Nigeria, they are into drugs. So many of them. We had various issues concerning the substance abuse in our state. Like we had the case of one of the pharmacists just load the packet of Indomie with drugs, claiming that that drugs is Indomie, but it's not. So I urge the parents, both the parents and relatives, people, please and please try as much as possible to protect your children and your own self from this calamity. My dear listeners, as I said, inshallah, in our subsequent khutbah, we are going to give a detail concerning the perspective, Islam perspective on drug abuse, whether me or inshallah Imam. But at the time has come, inshallah, I'm going to stop here. What I said, I asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep it as act of ibadah and forgive and overlook my shortcoming. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين ودمر أعداء الدين وانصر عبادك الموحدين. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. اللهم أنت أمرتنا بدعائك وأتنا بإجابتك وقد دعوناك كما أمرتنا فأجبنا كما وعدتنا يا ذا الجلال والإكرام innaka la tukhliful mi'ad. Qumu ila salatikum yarhamukumullah.